Welcome to Midday. I'm Janice Harris. We begin with meteorologist Katie Kramer, who's taking a look at weather. So many changes this morning, Katie.
Yeah, lots to talk about.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with some of those issues that we dealt with early this morning. We've had the first wave of this major storm system roll through here, and it did impact the area this morning, and we're still feeling the effects of this system. Mainly to the east of Interstate 55 at this point. Activity starting to wind down for those to the west of 57, but we're still seeing some steady snow showers up to the north of Danville. You can see where those darker blues are. That's where some steadier snow showers are going to be located. We're not picking up much in the way of accumulation, but it is steady enough that it could be limiting that visibility out there. We have had a dusting of snow to the south. Terre Haute, one of those places, reporting a dusting of snowfall as well. And we also still have that wintry mix of precipitation, also freezing rain and sleet. This could cause some issues on those roadways if you haven't yet hit the road, and if you're traveling anywhere to the south of Champaign, south of 74, this is where those roads could be a little on the dangerous side. Playing out the rest of the afternoon, this activity will be coming to an end fairly quickly, but those temperatures, due to those clouds lingering, only climbing into the mid-30s. We do have those warmer temperatures on the way this weekend, Janice, but also heavy rainfall to talk about before the weekend arrives, and we'll do that coming up in the Storm Team forecast.
Thank you, Katie. No criminal charges will be filed after a family of 3 was killed on Easter Sunday. Otis, Dorothy, and their son Scott all died after a head-on collision on April 20th near Homer, Illinois. 19-year-old Zhang Cheng collided with the Dockstader's vehicle. He was ticketed for improper lane usage. The family hoped additional charges would be filed since the incident. A cell phone was recovered in Cheng's vehicle, but the state's attorney office says they can't prove he was on the phone at the time of the crash.
I cannot file charges if I know ethically that I don't have the evidence to back up those charges, no matter how tragic the outcome of the situation was.
He's forever changed our family. I'll never see my parents again in this life. I'll never see my brother again.
Chris Dockstader also says he believes the state's attorney office did everything they could to seek additional charges. Cheng is due in court for the traffic ticket January 13th. His attorney says he's since relocated to China. Julia Reitz says if Cheng doesn't show in court, a warrant will be issued for his arrest. A deadly accident in Rantoul this week. 52-year-old Jamie Froman was pronounced dead at the scene. The preliminary cause of death was multiple blunt force trauma. The Champaign County Sheriff's Office says it happened just after 6 p.m. Tuesday near the intersection of County Road 2700 North and 1100 East. The intersection was unmarked. Froman's car and a pickup truck collided. Her car was hit on its passenger side. The crash and death are still under investigation. A minimum wage increase passes the state Senate, but it will take special action by the House to make it law by the end of the year. Yesterday, House Speaker Mike Madigan adjourned the House until January, meaning the plan can only pass the House if Governor Quinn calls it to special session. Quinn's spokesman wouldn't confirm one way or another what will happen. Republicans say the Senate vote was largely symbolic.
If it's that a special session need to be called, I'm sure that that's what they'll do. If the speaker comes in on his own and call for his members to have a vote, I'm sure that's what they'll do. But I feel real good about getting it done.
Obviously not this week. I guess there is always the chance that the governor could call the House back in sometime in January or something like that for a concurrence. But I think for all intents and purposes, it is an act of symbolism.
The bill would raise the minimum wage to $9 an hour next July, with 50-cent increases each year thereafter until topping out at $11 an hour in 2019. Supporters of Illinois' temporary same-day voter program say it was a huge success, but opponents, they say it's too early to make it permanent. The bill passed yesterday largely along party lines after passing in the Senate 2 weeks ago, but not without some heated debate. Once it's signed by Governor Quinn, it will allow voters to register and then vote on Election Day rather than having to do it ahead of time. Those in favor, largely Democrats, say any measure that allows more people to vote is a good thing. The bill also comes with an unfunded mandate, and Republicans say many of their already cash-strapped districts might not be able to handle the new provisions. The organization Voices for Children is partnering with Democratic lawmakers to urge Bruce Rauner, governor-elect, and the General Assembly to continue funding the MAP Monetary Award Program grants. They say the program has already suffered severe cuts in recent years, and further loss in revenue would have devastating consequences on Illinois students and, as a result, the state economy. Representatives of the group say access to education for all should be the primary focus, and MAP grants are vital to making that happen.
Students currently are taking out grants and loans to cover the cost of college together. Without that combination, many of our lowest income students really wouldn't be able to cover the full cost of attendance.
State Senator Dan Biss says the cuts to MAP grant funding are coming at the absolute worst time for low-income families. He says college costs continue to skyrocket, making a college degree less affordable. Several speakers say an investment in MAP grant funding is an investment in students and therefore an investment in a stronger Illinois economy.